Today's video is about the cost of camping. This is the question I get most when someone finds out about our camping. Visiting all these amazing places, spending time together away from home in the peace and quiet of nature. Some, including my family, would say is priceless. However, today I will break down the numbers and will candidly share with you the actual cost. Stay till the end, and I will share some tips and tricks that helped us save a lot of money while enjoying this lifestyle. At a high level, the cost is split between upfront cost and ongoing cost. In this video, I will discuss the ongoing costs. Let's get right into it. All right, so the ongoing costs I put in three buckets. Number one is owning a camper. Number two is campground fees. And number three is the actual money that you spend when you go out to camp. In the first category, you obviously have insurance, you have any maintenance you're doing on your camper ongoing, and then you have storage for campground fees, you have nightly fees, and you have membership fees. I'll explain both of these in a little bit here. For actual camping, you obviously have gas, food, or any miscellaneous money that you're spending. Owning a camper, let's divide these across cost per month, cost per year, any ranges that I've paid across my travels. For insurance, I'm paying $30 a month. That obviously comes out to 360 for the year. In terms of ranges, I've paid anywhere from $28 to $35, so not really expensive. I have bundled this with my auto and home insurance. For maintenance, I pay $220 every year. This is a one time fee I pay for wheel bearing, brakes, anything that needs maintenance. Plus, I pay $20 once a year for state inspection. I live in Virginia and there's a mandatory state inspection. So, for every year, we end up paying about $250. That comes out to $21 for the month. For storage, right now, I pay $84 for every month. That comes out to what, about $1,000? Yeah, about $1,000 a year. I have paid anywhere from $40 to $175 per month for storage. These obviously can get much higher. A tip for saving money here is to park the camper at your home. That doesn't cost you anything. But with HOA rules and everything, this may not be possible. I cannot park with my home because of HOA. Next up is campground fees. So nightly fees can range anywhere from $10, which is for state parks and national parks, and these can go up drastically based on amenities and where you are or where the campground is. Um, I generally do not pay nightly fees because the campgrounds that we go to are covered under our membership fees, which I'll get to in a minute here. The only nightly fees I pay is about $65 per night. This is for the park in Shenandoah that we go to twice a year. We generally end up spending about 8 nights at this campground, based over two camping trips, one in April, one in October. So we end up paying 8 into 65. So that for the year depends. That for the month is about $43. For memberships, I pay about $950 every year. That comes out to about $80 for the month. This ensures that I don't pay any money when I'm doing the actual camping. This is something that we discussed at length when we started camping. We paid a lot of money upfront, but I think it is paying for itself as we do more camping. Gas depends on a lot of factors. For example, my truck does about 10 miles per gallon when we are towing. Based on the cost of gas and how far we are going, a typical trip generally costs us about $100 for gas. These are trips that are in Pennsylvania or in Shenandoah, so closer trips, trips that are far out, for example, upstate New York or Ohio or Georgia, those generally end up costing $300 to $500 in terms of gas. Food, a typical trip is about $100. My wife cooks at home. We take those meals with us in a cooler and heat them up when we're there. People spend a lot of money in this category, but a good way of saving money is to cook at home and take the food with you. Miscellaneous could be anything from firewood or any activities that you want to pay for or do as a family. We do not buy firewood. We have a propane fire pit that we take with us. So about $20 for that propane cylinder for every trip. So for the actual camping trip that we go out to, we end up spending about $220. These are closer trips. Any trip that's farther out to of say about 7 to 10 hours out from our house generally ends up costing about $500. For the campground fees, we pay about 123 for the month. For owning a camper, we pay about 135. So we end up paying about 135 plus 123. So about $260 every month for camping, but the actual trip costs anywhere from $200 to $500. As promised, I will finish this video with some tips and tricks on how to reduce cost for your camping. First off is an obvious one. Make food at home rather than eating out. Developing a habit of preparing meals before trips saves a lot of money, especially if you camp a lot. Second, if you can, park your camper at home. This is a monthly cost that adds up quickly. The closer you are to a big city, the storage costs drastically go up. A storage 5 minutes away from my home used to cost me about $175 a month. Today I use one that's 50 minutes away but only costs $84 a month. One could argue convenience versus cost. Moving on to a big one. If you decide that you will be camping a lot, investing in a camping membership may be a good option for you. It costs a lot of money upfront, but pays for itself with every passing year. If you do not plan to camp a lot, this one is not for you. I plan to do an extensive video on membership costs, so please consider subscribing if you don't want to miss it. At number 4 is another obvious one, but one that I learned the very hard way. Regular maintenance on the camper and truck is critical. You definitely do not want to break down hours from home in the middle of nowhere. Been there, done that. Last is a very quick one. Bundle camper insurance with your auto and home if possible. That saves a lot of money in the long run. Just being a little smart and prepared can help you and your family enjoy camping while not breaking the bank. As always, thank you so much for watching and do not forget to subscribe.